Hey there, I'm Renee DiVincenzo. I'm a business strategist, and I want to welcome you to Wednesday Weekly Business Tips. Today, we're going to learn about how to make the right decisions for ourselves. When is it to listen? When should you be assertive? But most of all, how do you find that right advice and guidance to get you through whatever decision it is that you have to make? And I will share with you, as a business strategist and working with new businesses, startup businesses, and businesses that have been established for a little while, helping them to get to the level that they are wanting to get to. I work with them to help them with their goal settings, also to help them envision where do they want to be, what level do they want to get to, but most of all, to help them identify the strategies that do need to get put in place, as well as your organizational skills. Because to have a successful business, these are basically the foundations that I am sharing with you to build your business on a strong foundation. Now, working with businesses, I also have taught and put classes together. Now, I want to share something with you before we get started. Now, this is pretty exciting, and this is going to be a free masterclass that I am going to be offering on October 17th. It is 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. And in this masterclass, and the benefits that you will receive from attending this, you will be understanding how to strategically think and help yourself in your business to develop a forward-looking perspective, enabling you to envision and plan for the future, as well as learning effective decision-making techniques to ensure decisions are based on thorough and analyze and evaluate your data on what it is that you are wanting to do in your business, and also your planning to set clear and achievable goals for the organization, providing a sense of direction. But most of all, to have a well-designed, organized structure to promote a smooth workflow and to improve your work efficiency. Now, this workshop, again, is free. Registration is still open, so save your spot. I hope you take advantage of this, and you can scan the QR code and you can learn more about what this workshop is going to be all about. And if you are looking for something that you need support in, or to be part of a group, I want to invite you to my private group called Simplify Your Business Administration. This is a group where you will have the opportunity of meeting other business owners. You will even have the opportunity of networking with one another, having those one-on-ones to build your business, as well as getting training and also getting organizational tips. So I hope you check out my Facebook page. It is one that will give you support and the guidance, and also would love to have a one-on-one with you once you join. But when we talk about getting into our topic today, as I had shared, when it comes to decision making, it has to be one for yourself. Now, when you're looking at how to make your own decisions. Now, this is an area where you truly need to understand what it is that you want and to pursue the success and your personal growth. Seeking advice from others is valuable, as well as it can be invaluable. But however, knowing when to listen and when to be assertive is filtering and implementing the advice is essential. So let's talk a little bit about active listening. Now, listen carefully to a subject matter that will help you, as well as give you the knowledge that you are needing. The insights can provide valuable guidance and provide costly mistakes. Now, sometimes, again, that when we are listening to what it is that we need to do, we kind of may have that dilemma of what we are wanting to decide in the decision making. But when you receive constructive criticism, This actually is listening to your feedback. Even if it is challenging to hear, constructive criticism can highlight areas for improvement and help you with growth in your personal as well as your professional. Now, another part of active listening is also to embrace a learning mindset and listen closely when navigating unfamiliar territories. Absorbing advice from those with experience can help you with a solid foundation. Now, when it comes to being assertive and how to work with your information that you are needing, well, the first thing is you have to define your goals. When someone is telling you about maybe to do something, if it's not fitting your niche, you could politely listen to them, but on that same note, just take that information and process it. And when it comes to setting your goals, always remember that you have to understand the path that you are on. Where is this information going to lead you? Is it going to bring you to where you want to be, as well as what are the benefits of the information that's being given to you? Clearly communicate and what you want to achieve. So when someone is speaking to you about maybe your goals and you're listening to them, you will know what your response and answer is to say, hey, you know what? This is a great idea. Thank you for sharing it with me. And then you could process it how you need to process. But the most important thing is when you are making your decision, trust your judgment and be assertive when making important decisions. Weigh the advice you've received, but ultimately be confident in the choices you make. Now, sometimes we may wonder, is it going to be the right thing? Is it not going to be the right thing? The way I can really basically help you with this is yes, at times, you know what, it may not be the right decision, but that is how we learn. And that is what is going to help us improve in the areas that we are wanting to improve. But I will say to be assertive when advice conflicts with your core values and your ethical principles. Staying true to your beliefs is essential for maintaining integrity. Now, there are times too, as you know, with actually what I just shared with you, you kind of get that little sense inside if something's going to work for you or if something isn't going to work for you. I always say to follow what you feel and to really, really think about what it is that you are going to want to do and what it is that you are going to want to say. But always remember the resources, or where is this source coming from? And this is the part where you have to evaluate the credibility and the expertise of the person offering you this advice. But most of all, be more receptive to advice from those who have relevant experience and knowledge. Sometimes when we ask for advice and guidance, it is best to go to someone that maybe already has gone through it and they can share the experience with you. It could even be going for advice and guidance that is in your fields, in your industry, in what it is that you do. For them, since they do have that understanding and they can tell you the pros and the cons of what it is that you need to do. But also to be mindful of the bias and the agendas that may influence the advice you receive. Make sure you filter advice through a lens objectively. Now, a lot of times we could be talked into things, right? Hey, this sounds good. And, oh, you got to join this. This is going to be a great thing to do. And then finally, when you do it, you realize you maybe did not make the right decision. Now, this also could come into when you have staff. And when others are telling you what to do with staff, and you're just not sure if this is the right thing to do. But I will always say to you, it's so important to listen to your instincts. Over time, you will develop a better sense of when to listen and when to be assertive. Trust your instincts and let them guide you with your decision-making process. And you will find when this comes to that, you will not be in this situation of knowing when is the right time and knowing when, it may not be the right time to make this decision. But ultimately, You are responsible for the decisions you make. Now, you have to remember, and this is so important, you as the business owner are the one that it's going to come back to when you make certain decisions. Maybe it could benefit the business, or maybe it didn't benefit the business. So this is where you really have to really think about how you want to put together what it is that you want to do. But embrace accountability and be confident in your choices. When you find the advice that's given to you, it requires balance of listening and to be assertive. Embrace the insight of others, but trust in your judgment and be confident in the choices you make. By mastering this delicate balance, you can make informed decisions that align with your goals and your values, ultimately leading to personal and to professional growth. Now, sharing this information with you again, at times, a lot of times too, that if you find that you need a person to be with you when it comes to making a decision, because you may be one that has a hard time in understanding and how to process what is being given to you. And you know what? That's okay. And at times you will find that, hearing it with someone else, that person can explain it to you of what is happening. But the one thing I will always say, and the reason why it's important to listen, is a lot of times we can get frustrated and we can then make decisions that just may not be right, that we are just acting or reacting to the moment that it happens. My suggestion for you is that if you find that at times that you could be frustrated in situations like this, take a deep breath, just listen to what the person has to say, and then maybe just then say thank you and walk away. And then you'll have that time to calm down and think about it and rethink about it. And I always say, write everything down on paper. What did you like about the decision that you heard? What didn't you like? Why you didn't like it, and why it wouldn't work for your business? These are the areas that you will find that you will be able to make better decisions. And you know what? As much as we want to hear our voices, it really is important to hear others. So take that time to listen and hear what a person has to say. But always, again, when it comes to listening, and especially when it comes to our personal affairs, I can tell you, there are times where we're just like, okay, the family's giving you this advice and so forth. But when it comes to that, also listen and not be so quick to respond. Sometimes, again, when it comes to family, we feel we could respond on that very quickly because they're family. It's very easy to do. But if you follow these steps, it will help you to make these better decisions. And it will also help you to understand when you need to speak up and when you have to correct a situation. Now, again, if you are finding that you are needing a little bit of advice and guidance on how to do this and to understand what's going to work best for you, I invite you to have a one-on-one with me. Scan the barcode, and you'll be able to pick a date and time that works well for you. And let's talk about the situation that you may be having with this topic that I just shared with you today. Because we always want to have that balance, because we started our business to be in control, not to have others step in and control our business. So I am hoping that today's tip was helpful to you. And watch me again next Wednesday for another weekly business tip. And remember, if you are wanting to understand a little bit more about unleashing the growth and sustaining success, join my free masterclass. Just register for it and you will get all the tips and advice and the guidance that you need to help you make the right decisions that you are wanting to in your business. So I wish you a great day. Again, watch me next Wednesday. Join me Friday for my weekly 5-minute lives. And always remember to watch my Monday morning mindset. Make it a great day.